How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the After Action Report with RONIN 47R. Today you're in for a real treat because it is not just an average After Action Report where you watch me play a game and I comment on it. This is actually an After Action Report where you get to watch you play a game. That's right. You are a subscriber who's submitting a replay to me, and then I share it with everybody else. However, before we get into that, let's take a look at the highway map that we're going to be playing on and the game mode for this battle. Standard Battle. In this game mode, there are two flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely, or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory. Alright, let's get back to it now. So, as I was sharing with you, this is a player-submitted replay. How cool is that? I've been asking you guys to share your replays with me because, you know, gosh, you guys have some really great games. In fact, most of you guys have better games than me. And I want to share those with the rest of the subscribers and the rest of the players, and we could all learn from each other and be entertained, and it's good times. And most of you guys are used to me doing reviews, replays, platooning, etc. for the console or the Xbox 360 edition of World of Tanks, and that's what we normally do or normally see. Well, my channel has gotten out to the point now where the folks on the PC, the World of Tanks PC version, are now taking notice of it, and they've taken me up on the offer to submit their game replays. The first of which is a gentleman named SquareCanine, and he is going to show us. I don't want to. All right, SquareCanine, no pressure, but you know, I've seen the replay obviously before I've shared it with you, and I was really excited to share it with you because this guy's going to show us how to appropriately, correctly, and masterfully side scrape with this KV4. Yeah, my hat goes off to him. I don't want to, you know, obviously I've already set the bar really high, but you're not going to be disappointed. After this game, you're going to probably want him to jump over to the 360 edition, or you're going to want to jump to the PC version, and you're going to want to platoon up with him because he will have your back. And getting back to the whole cross-platform approach, how many console players have looked at the PC replays and reviews to learn more about the World of Tanks? Of course we have. Well, also the PCers are doing the same thing now, taking note of the channel and looking at my reviews and replays and whatnot, and they're commenting on it. They're subscribing. So we can learn from each other. It's the same game, but we're just cousins with. It's practically the same game with very little differences, and after all, good tactics are good tactics. Alright, so getting back to the gameplay, you've got a jumbo that's peeked out to SquareCanine's left. You've got two IS-6s in front of him, and further back you have an Indian Panzer. So he has 3 Tier 8 tanks in front of him and 1 Tier 6 to his left. The only support he has is a green T-34 coming up down the road to try to catch up to him and assist. Meanwhile, he is side scraping really nicely, and I'm getting a little distracted by this awesome gameplay because it is so fun to watch. I mean, look at these shots being exchanged, and look at SquareCanine's hit points. They're not moving. He's only getting track damage because of the angle that he's using and because he's slowing down the battle, making sure that it's on his terms. He wants the enemy to be revealed to him one at a time. He does not want all 3 of these guys taking shots at him. No. He's going to pull back just enough to unleash on one target. So these guys are only able to hit the side of his tank, and because of the angle of deflection, because of the strength of the KV4, they're not penning. And if they are doing anything, they're just tracking him. Alright, now meanwhile, the T-34 is laying into the Indian Panzer and the Jumbo. So they're going back and forth. And the Indian Panzer is really getting damaged. Notice the T-34 is expertly using SquareCanine's tank for cover. There is very little room to maneuver, but yet they are really getting along just fine in that small bit of space. The Indian Panzer has gone down, so we have that guy out of the way. And now we're working on these 2 IS-6s and not really worried about the Jumbo. The T-34 is taking shots at the Jumbo and eventually takes out the Jumbo. Meanwhile, the IS-6 now just bit the big one. He is down. And so now what he does is he uses the hull, the tank of the IS-6 that's dead, as an extension of the building. He's further side-scraped, or was further side-scraping with the dead IS-6. Now he has two tanks in front of him, the IS-6 to the left, and he has the Jagdpanther tank destroyer to the right. Still, you know, in a bad situation, but with the KV-4 and with the way he is moving back and forth and angling his armor, he is able to outgun and outmaneuver the enemy. Now the second IS-6 is down. Now he's down to 2 kills. He's going to go ahead and run up on this Jagdpanther here. The T-34 went ahead and took care of the IS-2 that was coming up from the rear. And if it wasn't for that T-34, quite possibly SquareCanine might have had a different outcome to this game. So, you know, you don't want to be shot from the front and the back at the same time. The Jagdpanther is down. Now he's up to 3 kills. He's going to go ahead and, if you notice in the lower left-hand corner in the PC version, they have the text chat going on. And what he's doing right now is he is just thanking the T-34 for the help. So he's acknowledging that. And with his 3 kills, he's going to go ahead and march forward. They still have 4 reds on the enemy tank, enemy team. But with the other tanks, other greens spread out there and faster than the KV-4 in the position of the enemy, SquareCanine's not going to get any more hits on the enemy or take anybody out. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the next game. But before we do, I just want to point out a couple things, and that is, you know, if one player can handle 3 enemy, I think the greens are getting their money's worth out of SquareCanine. Lastly, I would normally show you the end of game screen so that we can see all of the results. However, in these submitted replays, I do not have that, so if it's not here, that is why. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the next battle. Alright, so this next battle opens up on Cliff, and it is another standard battle. SquareCanine is running an M6, which of course is a Tier 6 American heavy tank. Memory serves, the crew that he has in this tank was, at this time of the recording, at 90%, and it is a fully upgraded M6, so he is trucking along. And he is going to go around the point, so he's heading over towards the far east of the map. And watching this replay really makes me want to kind of break out my old tanks, because the heavy tank line, the American heavy tank line was my first heavy tank, so kind of brings back some fond memories from way back when I first started playing this about a year ago. And also thinking about this tank, I'm automatically assessing and analyzing and thinking about how, okay, what do I know about an American heavy tank? And we know that it is not necessarily the strongest on the sides. However, they are known for being strong on the front, especially on the turrets, all things considered, respective to their tiers. And while we're waiting for the action to get going, as he goes cruising around through the village here, through this town, knocking over some trees, I want to remind everybody that if you like what you're seeing, if you like the idea of me sharing with you the subscriber-submitted replays, then by all means, please let me know that. And furthermore, by all means, please submit your replays. Alright folks, so it looks like we're almost into action. Alright, we're almost into battle, and it's going to get real dicey really quickly. Our Cromwell is spotting for us. We see a heavy tank coming in. And oh boy, there you go. There's a TD right in front of us. Quick snapshot, bang. The T-40 is down on the reds. Good job, SquareCanine. We still have that heavy tank in front of us that we're working on. That enemy red heavy tank that he is working on is a Tier 6 KV-85. That is something that we do not have in the 360 at this time, but it is in the PC world. So using the corner here, not side scraping, just kind of doing a little peek-a-boom, taking turns with the Cromwell, and he is effectively wearing down the KV-85's hit points. KV-85 is retreating as quickly as he can, but SquareCanine puts him down. Alright, now SquareCanine has 2 kills to his name, and he's going to go around the corner here, around the bend, looking at that M6 off in the distance, using the dead T-40 as some cover. And does he have a beat on him? He barely sees him. Look at that. And I believe that might have even been a turret shot. That's pretty cool, or a turret ring. Bang. So good hit. So he got some damage there, but did not get the kill. That's going to be a lot of points for that assist. Yeah, that was a nice, sweet 239 points of damage to that M6.
Looks like there's somebody on the top there near the lighthouse. I believe it is the T-34-85 medium. Is he spotting? Maybe. But he's up there playing King of the Hill. Alright, so now we have a moment in the battle where we can relax for half a second because he has to drive all the way over to the F2-ish area. Looks like there's about 5 enemy tanks over there, plus he has to look over his shoulder because you never know what that KV, the T-34-85 is going to do up at the lighthouse. He's busy with some other greens, but he might sneak over and shoot him in the back. So on the way there, let's go ahead and multitask, and let's see if we can get a shot there. Yeah, he took a Hail Mary, he misses, but you know what though? When the enemy sees you shooting at them, sometimes it gives them enough pause to back off. Not to mention there's luck. You can always get some damage or a kill just because. Alright, focusing on the closer battle at hand. He's going to come over and use that gun depression. Work on that T-150. Bang! T-150 is down. It's his 3rd kill. Everybody's working on that Cromwell. Gun depression comes into play again. Down. Very nice. So far we have 3 kills to Square's name. The team's working really well together, whittling down the Reds. Left or right? Choices. Choices. What do I do? You know, one of the things I like about players like SquareCanine is their ability to quickly assess and determine which targets are the appropriate ones to spend your time on, because time is money. Well, okay, time is life. Well, you know what I mean. And the Tier 5 M41 artillery to the right is taken out by someone else, so it's time to move on to the left where he sees this Churchill 3. This is a Tier 5 heavy tank, premium, and it is pretty good armor, I'll tell you. So, but what is he doing here? He is whittling him down. Notice how the turret on the M6 can see over that rock and his hull is covered. So that is a really, really nice position. Kind of a lucky happenstance. There's a Wolverine off there in the distance. Tier 5 tank destroyer, American. And it's down. Now Square is up to 4 kills. Alright, keeping this rock between them. Trying to figure out what the Churchill 3 is going to do. He fired. He comes in. Nails him. Now it's 5 kills. Very good. I like the way he timed the shot from the Churchill and kind of waited to see if he needed to go left or right. Churchill 3 is not a very fast tank. It's a slower tank. M6 can beat it in that regards. So now there's just 1 tank left, and that's the T-34-85, who has been pitching a tent, having a picnic and whatnot on the hill. This is kind of funny. You're wondering, Square, what are you doing? He was typing. He had the autopilot on, trying to type out a sentence, and it took a little bit longer before he can make the right turn up the hill. So here we go. We're climbing up the hill, and I was kind of surprised how long it's taking everybody to access the T-34-85, that last medium of the Reds, at the lighthouse. I would have thought that he would have been popped by now, but you know, stranger things have happened. Alright, so Square is pedaling as fast as he can. Still has a decent amount of health, especially against that T-35, and it looks like probably just a one shot will take this guy out. So you have a couple choices. You know, do you stay back here and hope that he peeks over the top, or do you close? And he's going to close with the enemy. I would have done the same. I think it's a really good choice because you're just going to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and hope that he comes your way. Well, that's kind of lame. So by closing the distance, regardless of which direction he goes, at least you have a better chance to get on him. However, if he goes to the north or northwest of the point, the M6 is never going to get there in time. So, is he going to get anything on this T-34-85? Is he just taking a drive? Will his teammates take this guy out? I don't know. We'll just have to sit back and see, because there is a lot of greens. Again, this guy's still not dead. What's going on? And he's off the map, too. I don't know. Where'd he go? So he's climbing up that hill. Oh, there we go. So it looks like he went down the western face of the point. And now he is heading north and coming around the corner. SquareCanine is planning his move. He knows exactly how this is going to play out. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is somebody going to get him, or is it going to be Square? What's going to happen? I love it. Been in this spot before. Hello. Bam. You're not running anywhere. And Square types away. Denied. Good job. Alright folks, if you enjoyed watching this cross-platform action replay, please let me know. Please let me know. And for goodness sakes, send in yours. I want to see them and I want to share them. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you later.